Oh my God, I forgot this. Guess what? A longtime friend. I haven't seen him or his sister in years. I was a little girl living in Barbados, and they were living in Barbados also, but they moved. Well, she came first, and then he did to the United States, and they've been living in Boston all these years. I used to always go over to their house. Their mother and father had a store, a store where you sell groceries and stuff like that. So I used to go over there and I used to help out in the store and help out in the yard and stuff like that. My mother's stepmother, she was sister to their mother's husband, well, their father. So, she would let me go over there and help their mother out. She was up there in age also. And I enjoyed helping Mrs. Weeks out. I enjoyed that. She was such a sweet lady. She passed in 2006 when I went back to Barbados. That was my first time going back there since I came up here from in 1971. Yeah, I was 12 years old then. Don't ask me why it took me so long. I was busy. I was in the military. That's not an excuse. And plus, like I said in a prior video, I did not want to have memories of my childhood past. So I didn't really want to go back. I often dreamt of Barbados, and I had lots of memories from when I was growing up. I had good memories, not just all was bad, but I always kept saying one of these days I will go back there. So I went back there in 2006. My cousins and them, they were having a party for their mother. I mentioned this in a prior video. I think she was going into, she was in her 80s. So, they kept pressing me, so I decided to go. And I had a wonderful time. I was so surprised of how Barbados has developed. Beautiful mansions, beautiful, period. So I went over to see Mrs. Weeks. I had to see her. I went over to her house. She was blind. She was fully blind. Short little old lady, shorter than I. But she remembered me. She took a hand and she touched my face and stuff like that. And like I said, they used to always call me sis. So she said, sis, that's you? And I said, yes, and she touched my face. She said, you still have the same face, oh my God. And, we sat down and we chat for a while. And then when I was getting ready to go, I embraced her and I said, I will see you next year, which I never really went back that year, 2007. But her response to me was, when you come back, I'm not going to be here. That's what she said. So I said, I'll see you next year. Okay. A year later, which was 2007, I got a phone call telling me that she passed away. So that was her way of telling me that she was going to be going home, leaving. And it was so weird because that thought came in my head while she was saying that, but I didn't want to address it at the time. So I didn't really feel sad when I heard she passed away because she already knew she wasn't going to be there that year. So, may God rest her soul. She was a beautiful lady, really sweet. And today, while I was out in the street, I was over by Rainbow, that's close to the bus stop that I take. And I got a phone call. And usually when I see strange numbers, I do not answer. But for some reason, I looked at it, it didn't say it was a scam call or nothing, so I answered. And it was a gentleman on the phone, and I said, hello. And he said, hello. He said, do you know who this is? And I was like, no. So he said, Jago. So I was like, oh my God, O'Brien, that's you? He said, yes. And he started to laugh. I said, oh my God, do you know how long I've been longing to hear and see you and your sister Yvonne? Oh my God, I remember all those times when I was a little girl. I used to come over to your mom's house and help in the shop and help clean up the yard and stuff like that. And I was like, damn, it's 2025 is going to be a real great year. It is. I was like, oh my God, I haven't heard or seen you folks in years. He said, yes. He said, I got your number from Filbert. That's a friend in Barbados. I said, yeah, me and Filbert, we're in contact and stuff like that. So I'm so grateful to you, Filbert, if you're watching my video, for giving him my number. Because, we chat and stuff like that. I got to even talk with Yvonne. She's older. And she said, when are you going to come visit? I told her as soon as the weather changes, especially in Boston, because it's freezing in Boston, I will take a trip over there to see them. Yvonne is much older than I. I'm not sure of the age, but she's much older than I, and so is her brother O'Brien. Yvonne is older than him. So, it was so good talking to them. And I sent them my YouTube channel name. And I told them, yeah, I will come and visit them. So if you're watching Yvonne and O'Brien, it was nice talking to you guys. Oh my God, I haven't seen you in years, in ages. I was a little girl, but I never forgot how nice you people were, especially your mom. Yvonne, you had left to go to America, but you, oh my God, I always looked up to you. You always dressed really nice. You were so beautiful. I'm quite sure you still are, because O'Brien said you are. But you were so beautiful. And I always loved the way you dressed, the way you did your hair and everything. And you always smelled so good. Oh my God. I am so blessed to hear from you guys. So, folks, I just had to put that in my video, because I am still overjoyed. I can't believe that I heard from them. And hopefully soon I'll be seeing them. And Yvonne she's a mother. She has 2 kids, O'Brien told me, a boy and a girl. So hopefully she'll have some grandkids soon. Yeah, so I'm going to end my video right now. Peace.